What's up, gamers? If you're looking for the next new survival game, here we have Sengoku Dynasty, which is a Japanese-inspired survival builder crafter with some pretty interesting village building mechanics. And, you get to do all kinds of cool stuff. We're going to explain that all in this video. Hopefully, it will motivate you to give it a shot. So we're going to go ahead and run through it here. I'm going to make a lot of content on this game, probably a lot of guides, a lot of tutorials. If there's anything specific, if you've already started playing the game that you want to see a guide on down below, just let me know and we'll get that rocking. But I'm going to show you guys around the game, give you a good idea what the game's about, what it's like to play. And let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so first off, starting off, obviously, you've got all of your tools that you can craft. You've got a nice inventory screen here. We'll go through the quick menu real fast. You've got your quick slot items over on the right-hand side and all of your armor and equipment as well as your arrow slot. You've got some gloves and then pretty much a throw over and your main armor and your hat and your shoes. So you do have customizable armor. I just actually recently got this stuff. It looks pretty awesome. You kind of hang out in a bathrobe for quite some time, but you get to eventually make cooler armor, katanas, a lot of Japanese stuff going on here. And I was actually in the Marine Corps in Japan for 4 years, back from 2007 to 2011, and this really brings me back to that culture and that type of heritage and everything else. So it's actually super cool. But yeah, so going through the menu here, we've got our character screen with big inventory. We've also got our currency down here in the bottom. You can find merchants throughout the game that you can sell things to and buy things from. Here we have our legend, which is more or less our talent point board. So we've got Way of the Leader, which we gain XP points for this by pretty much commanding our villagers to do certain tasks. Craftsman as well, we get XP in this tree for crafting and building and all that good stuff. So you can put perks into here as well. It does look like, unless so there's almost like a wall where you have to get to what's called Dynasty level 7. So if you go to my Dynasty here, it'll tell you I'm currently at Dynasty level 6 and that I've got 1 village, 3 of 7 total population, which I'm assuming that's based off how many beds I have or buildings I have. And we've got 7 buildings here, and it looks like these people are a little bit hungry and not the happiest in the world. But yeah, so Craftsman gives you different kinds of perks, and you get as well as warrior perks. You get the XP from this for actually killing mobs throughout the game, whether it be rabbits or boars or deer or any other NPCs or anything you find throughout your journey in this open world game. But you can level up each one of these perks, and then you've also got Monk, which you get different blessings across the world. You can go to shrines and stuff and get certain blessings that last you throughout a day or something like that. So you've got your quest screen, all of your finished quests, as well as your active quests. You can track them or stop tracking them, whichever you want to do. But that is available as well. And under your Dynasty tab is where all of your villagers are going to be, your population. You can command them to do certain jobs. This is the actual job list of available jobs that we currently have in our village, but we do only have 2 villagers right now, which is once again blocked by that Dynasty level 7 progression part. We've also got a huge map here that gives us quite a bit of identifiers of things that we can go do, different quests here and there. This little red mark down here is actually a NPC bad guy, so we could go kill them if we wanted to. But yeah, pretty large open world map for a new early access game. But getting into the things here, we can do certain stuff. So we've got our list of tools. One downside of this game that I find kind of annoying is the fact that our hotbar is actually not on the screen, which I get it. The whole minimalist thing is actually pretty nice, but you just have to pretty much memorize which spot you put your tools in. So my hammer, for instance, is number 4, and then my pickaxe is number 2. So these rocks here, we can actually mine these rocks, which is pretty cool. We get different style tools. Pretty much you start out with stone tools for quite some time until you follow the quest line a little bit, and it allows you to unlock iron tools. Also, I forgot to mention in the bottom left, there is your health, your energy, and your hunger. Now, if you're any bit hungry on your green bar down there, it will play quite a role in how much stamina, how fast you recharge, and honestly, it plays a pretty big part. So we're gonna run over here real fast and cook some food on the fire. We can get our food back up here. We're going to open this up, and this is pretty much how you craft food. Just like that. Pretty simple. Craft them one at a time, and you can queue it up to craft all the food in your inventory, which is pretty cool. And then we're going to, if you watch the green bar down there, we're going to eat some of these, and it's going to get our food bar back up to maximum, which means our stamina is going to regenerate a lot faster, which is pretty awesome. You know, it's funny because the movement in this game extremely resembles Only Up. If you've ever played Only Up this far, like I know it's been out for a couple months now, but yeah, if you've played Only Up at all or seen people play it, like the movement is almost identical. The mantling and the running around and everything. It's like they use the same movement template or something like that. But yeah, so you can chop rocks here. You can also collect things like wild berries right here, wine berries. You can use those to eat. You can also chop down trees, which is pretty cool. Chop down trees for different things like sticks and logs. And another kind of cool feature here is, so if you chop down a tree, well, hold on, let me get one that's not a charcoal tree. These burnt ones, oh, there's just a log just chilling on the ground. Okay. Let me find one that's not a burnt tree, because the burnt trees only give you sticks. Now, whenever you, oh, more logs. What the heck? I guess we just leave things laying around like that. But, all right, so real quick, I'll just go ahead and drop 2 of these, and I'll try and show you. Once you chop the tree down, a log falls on the ground. Now, you can do one of 2 things. You can use it to make firewood. So if we chop it with our axe, it turns it into a pretty much shaved log. And if we chop it again, we get firewood. You can see on the right there, we collected 2 firewood. Now, if you use the other tool that we have, which is called an adze, it will remove the bark, and then it will also turn it into planks. So this is pretty much your plank maker. But once you get to a certain spot in the game, let me make some space here in my inventory. It's an absolute mess right now. All right, so once you get to a certain spot in the game, we'll take our logs here, and we'll run over to our wood station, where we can pretty much turn our logs into more planks. So you get more yield when you actually use the buildings that you create. All these buildings you have to hand make and farm the materials to get them. And the funny thing is that in order to use one building, you need another building. And in order to use that building, you need another building. So you almost have to like sit here and build all of the buildings required to get certain things here. But yeah, so if we bring logs to this carpentry station here, we can actually turn them into planks from here. And it will give us a lot more planks doing it here than it would if we just made them in our inventory. It gives us 6 instead of 3. So that goes the same way with any of these workstations that, you know, allow you to craft certain things, as well as I believe it's our woodworking hut here. It's actually cheaper to craft tools, your basic tools from here than it is to craft them from your own bag. So, and this is also how this woodworking table is also how you get the ability to craft buckets, which you need to import into here to get your workers to get water. So currently this is the water building, and we've got some water and some sake in here, and I believe it's because one of our villagers is actually working. Yeah, one of our villagers is working the small well. Now if you want to give your villager a job, you come to the population tab. And this is also how you equip them to a house. You have to have a specific house for each different employee that you have, but we can assign it a job here. And we could say that, hey, I want you to collect wood, right? So we've got the woodcutters, or let's see here, the carpentry station. We can say that we want you to make planks. All right, so we make planks, and then what we have to do from here is we have to craft a adze and add it to our general storage building, so that they will utilize that to pretty much go collect planks for us. And we can make a iron adze here. We'll go ahead and make one because I've got some leftover iron. We find our general storage building here, which I believe is this one. Yep, general storage. And we're going to throw this extra iron adze in here. So now we can pull up our villager tab, population, carpentry station, manage job, and then we can pick that iron adze, and she will use that to harvest, or pretty much turn logs into planks. But the only thing is you can also, this pretty much is giving them a job, right? Like once you increase this number, that's going to more or less get, say, like you increase this number and it says 60. That will make it to where whoever's running this job will ensure to make 60 planks out of the logs available. Now, we don't currently have a wood storage, so I'll go ahead and show you guys how the storage works and how pretty much grinding to get the stuff you need works here. So we are going to go to buildings, We're going to go to production, and we are going to get, actually we need to go to storage buildings, and we will go to a wood storage here. We'll draw this down. Now, if you have any rocks on the ground, as you can see all these rocks or grass pieces, it actually won't allow you to build in that area. So you got to make sure you pick up a spot that doesn't have all that. And then once you drop it down, it's going to say in the bottom left what your requirement is. It says we need 10 logs of any type, so we'll go grab those real fast. All right, we're going to chop down the tree here. A couple whacks from that, and hit it 2 more times to turn it into logs, and then catch them out of the sky. Something I like to do. They kind of just fall out of the sky like that. All right, here we go. 2 more times. Turn them into logs. All right, so that is 7 logs. We need 3 more. Do I have the inventory space? Yes, I do. Awesome. Grab up some more here. And all right, cool. We should be good to go now as far as the logs go. We've got 10. So let's run back over here. We'll re-equip our hammer so that our blueprint shows up. All the blueprints only show up if you have your hammer out, which is pretty interesting. And we'll go ahead and build this puppy up here. So we're just going to hold down as they utilize the materials that we have on our person. Pretty much put this place together. All right, now that we have the bottom built, it says we need 10 planks, which we've got 92 on our in our inventory, so that's plenty. We're just gonna slap this together. All right, now that that's up, it looks like we're gonna need some bamboo and some planks, which we do have enough on our person to finish this up. And what this is going to do is allow any sort of, like, if a villager needs to go out on a job to collect logs, they will be able to drop them off here, which is pretty nice. You know, so you don't have to go collect them by yourself. And look at this lady just standing here. It looks like she needs something to do anyway. So, oh, we need 6 more logs. All right, let's go grab those real fast. All right, one thing I don't know for certain is if the trees actually respawn. I want to say I probably put about 10 hours into this game so far. And, yeah, I haven't seen any trees respawn, I don't think. Maybe they have, but, ooh, iron axe broke. Nice. Well, that tells me pretty much the durability of the iron axe, which is not a whole lot more than the standard one, but it looks like we got enough logs to go finish this up. Let's do that. Once you find out where the iron is located, it's a pretty easy thing to obtain. So it's not too big of a deal. All right, so if we put all this here, and say oops, hold on, I gotta get rid of my hammer. And let's go ahead and put this log inside of here. We can only put the 1 log in there, but now we should be able to go to our population, our carpentry station. She's actually super happy, which is awesome. And we can manage the job and the ads there. So now we have 1 conifer log that we're gonna make her turn that one into planks. So I don't think, maybe she does actually walk over here and get it. Let's see if she actually walks over here and gets it. I don't know if she picks it up or if they just do it like through telepathy. I'm pretty sure they do it just kind of through telepathy. I don't think they actually, yeah. So see, the 1 log is gone. So now if we go fill this puppy up with some logs, she will probably make them into planks. It almost seems like kind of a useless job. I'd much rather her go collect logs than turn logs into planks, because logs into planks is pretty easy. So I'll just go ahead and grab a few more logs and throw them in there just to see, you know, just kind of demonstrate how the jobs work, more or less, is the whole point of this. And then I will go show you guys some combat after this, and the sleeping mechanic, which is pretty simple, and luckily you can almost just sleep like all the time. So a lot of things take time to happen in this game, and you pass through different seasons, and the next time I sleep it might actually be close to winter time pretty soon. So you can sleep, and it'll sleep you for like 6 hours, and if it's not daytime yet, you can sleep again in order to, you know, make it through however much longer, you know, so you don't have to play in the nighttime. All right, let's go ahead and make another axe. And it looks like my inventory is about to be full too, so I don't know if I'll be able to pick up all these, but the ones I can't pick up, I'll take my ads out and I'll use it to go ahead and turn these into planks, because I do believe I can carry more planks at this moment. So there we go. All right, let's go load all these logs into the woodworking station so that she can get to work and turning these into planks. I'm not sure where she stores them at. Maybe she brings them back to this wood storage once she's done. I guess we'll find out right here. I don't see anything yet, so we will go ahead and transfer all these logs over, and there we go. So now we can go back to the Dynasty tab, population, manage job, and then we can increase this to apparently maximum 3 planks. Now we can, I believe, add another job, but I think that also requires another person or another tool to make that happen. So we'll go ahead and sleep here, and I'll show you guys kind of what I was talking about. We go into the house here, And see, the sun's just now going down. It's not completely dark yet, but me personally, I'm not a huge fan of the darkness in survival games. So you can sleep one time, and it is now autumn. So we wake up and our dynasty has went on to the next season. You'll get this notification like every 2 or 3 days that you sleep. It'll kind of give you an update on everybody's happiness, your population, your dynasty level, and all that good stuff. You just accept. And now it is actually autumn, so we're going to start seeing a change in the season. So the seasons actually do change pretty awesomely, and they are, I don't even know if that's the right word, but they do change pretty frequently. I didn't actually mean to sleep again because it was already morning time, but yeah, you can sleep literally as many times as you want to just pass the seasons by. But do know that like food and water and everything is still like running at the same time. So, you know, when you sleep, like your villagers eat more food. Obviously, they eat the time frame of food that you slept and all that good stuff. So, but here we'll go do like a little hunting job real quick. We do have a bow, and I'll show you guys kind of what the combat is like, even though there's really not a whole lot to the combat. Also, you can collect grass here, and you'll find different things throughout the game that you can collect off the ground. There's like a yellow flower that you have to farm at some point for mata, and more or less the way you find it is just a little tiny yellow flower mixed in with everything here. Quick tip as well, if you're out foraging and hunting and everything and you find some red mushrooms, don't eat them unless you want to return to your base. Like you can eat them and it'll insta-kill you and take you back to your base. You actually don't lose anything or get punished at all for that, so it's almost like a fast travel back to your base, which is kind of cool. But yeah, definitely don't eat them on accident, because that is very possible. But we're out here looking for rabbits or deer or boars, like I had mentioned previously. Those are the enemies or animals that I've found up to this point that you can get meat and skin and fat from and stuff like that. I believe actually we run over here, and the graphics in this game are actually beautiful. Like, they look really good. The running water looks nice. The lighting and everything looks good. And I'm not sure, am I running this all on max settings? I'm not 100% sure. Let's see here. Video. Epic. Yeah, so epic is all happening right now. We're actually running at 50 FPS, which is a little weird. So maybe epic might not be the wave. We're gonna get a crow's nest here with some feathers so we can make more arrows at some point. But yeah, just wandering around. Here's bamboo if you want to harvest bamboo to get you some more of that. We've got stones and sticks all over the ground if you need some of those. Here we go. There's a fox right here. I think I might have spooked him, but we might be able to catch him here. I forgot about foxes actually. He might have got away because I got stuck on something there. Okay, I can still see them. They're pretty easy to keep up with. You can track them down with spears or bow and arrow or stuff like that pretty easily, really. Hitting them is a different monster, and for some reason my bow wasn't drawing back. I think it's because I don't have stamina, right? Here we go. All right, he comes right at me here. All right, we hit him one time, and it does actually slow them down when you hit them as well. So 8 is our skinning knife. We could go ahead and just skin right there, and you can see we collect fur and meat, so that's pretty dope. There's also arrows that you can actually occasionally pluck back off of them again. But yeah, that's pretty much the way the hunting works. And I do believe I see a couple rabbits here. Let's see if we can maybe snatch one of them up. I lost him completely. I don't know if I actually got him there. Nope, but here's some poison mushrooms here. Just run through here and grab a few of these. Not a big deal. Just take a few with you, and whenever you despawn, like I said, you don't get punished for it or anything whenever you die. So unfortunately, that kind of sucks. Like I would actually hope that they would you know, make you drop your equipment or something. That was kind of a missed opportunity there. Holy, way to aim bad. But yeah, so currently on the map, you know kind of how far we've ran across. We ran about halfway across the land so far. There is actually a game border like up here that kind of prevents you from going any further up there. I haven't really went all the way this way or all the way this way to know if maybe this like unlocks this area over here. These clouds kind of fade away or something along those lines. But yeah, pretty cool. Either way, pretty awesome game to mix up things a little bit and adds, like I said, that kind of interesting like village management type of thing, which is kind of cool, really. I kind of like the change there. I need to draw my bow whenever I have full stamina here. One thing, a couple of negatives about the game, like I had mentioned in the beginning, I'm not a huge fan of not having a hotbar like immediately available on my normal screen. That's kind of annoying. You know, it doesn't have to be huge. It can be just a little tiny thing that would make life a little bit better. What do we have up here? Is that a boar? Can't really tell, or if that's just a rock. That might just be a rock. Yeah, I don't know what I've seen there, but oh, it's a crow's nest. Okay, there we go. We get more feathers for more stuff. But yeah, I mean, look at this, dude. It's beautiful. Beautiful game. Beautiful shaders, all that good stuff. Looks absolutely awesome. So here's a deer. Now you can't exactly like one hit deer, but what you can do is if you end up actually hitting them, it slows them down quite a bit. So there we go. We got a hit on one. Let's go see if we can chase them down because we can get a good amount of meat, fat, and leather, and fur, sorry, from all these guys. So not sure which one is the one we hit here, but try and see if we can get the right one. They both kind of look like they're running away fairly quickly. Maybe it's this guy down here, but it does take 2 or 3 to kill him. He does look like he's running somewhat slow. So let me try and see if I can get another arrow in him here and get him on the ground. Oh, no ammo left. All right, well, let's see if we can use a spear to maybe go get him. We can get close enough to him. Here we go. He is slowed down because we did some damage to him. There we go. Yep. So now we can press 8 to get my skinning knife out and go ahead and skin. And that gives us fur and meat. So now we're good to go. And then we can literally just eat one of these mushrooms here. And it, like I said, it insta kills you and takes you right back to your town. So kind of a cheesy way to get back, but you know, I still have all the fur and everything that I previously just harvested. So we can check up real quick on our logs and see, you know, we've only been away for just a little bit of time, but it does look like, okay, we are getting planks, which is pretty cool. And I can honestly just add all these planks from my inventory over here just to kind of clear up the inventory space a little bit. There is a quick transfer option, but it's kind of annoying because it asks you if you want to transfer the whole stack. But there's no transfer all button or like a control click or shift click or anything like that. So that's kind of annoying. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, you know, as us people that like survival builder crafter games, this one definitely has some serious potential, and I quite enjoy it. I quite enjoy it a lot, really. And I'm excited to progress a little bit further. Like I said, to Dynasty level 7, I'm not sure how to get there other than just to pass the time and potentially just keep everybody happy. And I don't know, man. I think this is a wonderful game and it's got some serious potential. It is in early access, but it is available on Steam if you want it. I thought I had a creator code for it, but I actually do not have a creator code for it. So if you get it, just let me know what you think about it, and hopefully you can have some fun. Let's see here. We went through pretty much everything, I believe, all of this. We built a building. We showed you guys how to harvest all the different stuff and materials. There's also clay and iron that you can find throughout caves. There's a bunch of different villages around. I'll leave that all up to you guys. I won't spoil everything, but you know, there's villages everywhere. I believe there's potentially a way to fish at some point. So that's pretty cool with like fishing nets. And like I said, if you want certain guides, I'm just going to kind of make guides as I go and as I learn stuff. But if you want any specific guides, just make sure you leave comments on the video. And like always, guys, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me. Pieces.